Like I told you, I don't need who you are.
Clear of the closing doors, please.
So they harass me 24/7. I believe some of them work for the Me Too. I'm a transsexual, and I've been noticing the excesses of this Me Too targeting males. So I'm trying to get the Me Too lawyer arrested, Gloria Allred, and she followed me. She was laughing and stuff. There was somebody sitting here. I was squeezing between him. I'm like, that's sexual abuse. There was the male sitting and there was not enough space for her, and she didn't say excuse me to, and she's been acting so weird. So the white women are not supposed to be sexually abusing people, and they say they usually use their white women, and she's been laughing and whatever was so funny. So she may be working for the Me Too. I came here, as soon as I came here, I was waiting for an empty seat on the train. I waited for 1 hour in Bowling Green. There was no empty seat. One kid was circling me like he was about to punch me. So I moved away. I to the city hall. And as soon as I got in, she came like two train stops after. So they're stalking me with their Me Too. I'm a Nigerian. And like this trans protest American life over illegally. They killed my mother here, killed a black American after me. So I don't know if they declared a genocide. I was born in male, I'm not a woman. Born in male, I'm not a woman. So they said, they're very patriotic society, and gays get abused. I'm not trying to devalue anyone, but they need to stop stalking me. I'm trying to sue the U.S. immigration also, so I don't know if they're also nationalist gangs. So the immigration arrested me wrongfully. My mother had a green card, brought me from Nigeria, and they arrested me and said people with green cards can't just bring children here. And I found that that's a violation of my constitutional right. So since then, for the past 25 years, I can't get a way to sue. I'm getting arrested. A black American that was going to help American has been killed. So they're terrorizing people in this country, and the whole world shouldn't keep quiet. So they're hiring people in different gangs to jump me. It's like they're bringing back a lynch mob. I heard this how they used to kill the black Americans. They would just tie a rope around their neck. So I don't know who this woman is, but the world is watching her. And if you're going to be killing foreigners, you will be held in World Crime Tribunal. The whole world's not black American. Okay?
God bless America.
So stop harassing me. And I've been contacting the head of the MTA. I'm being terrorized on the train. And they don't have to investigate them. They menacing me. She was laughing and taking my picture and
4 and 5 trains. And transfer is available to the Franklin Avenue.
So they harassed me on the train. So they're using a gang to threaten me. So they're going to kill me. And online court adopted their children. And they said the inheritance scam is so rampant. So America is terrorizing immigrants, and the lawyers here won't help me either. The 5 trains are supposed to go to Crown 9, so they're just trying to get me angry, but they're lying. I was trying to go to Flat, but they rerouted the train.
And clear of the closing doors, please.
They rerouted the train. This is the 5 train. It's not supposed to go to Crown 9. It's supposed to go to Flat. I was so tired. Sometimes I sleep on the train. So they're watching me with their cameras like a lynch mob. FIFA is not safe it's not safe for the World Cup here. They're targeting dark-skinned people. My mother has been killed, and a black American has been killed. And I have all the evidence. For the past 10 years, their prosecutors would help me. I said it's very common for blacks to get killed. some of their rap, even there's an allegation that the CIA at one point was inciting their rap stars to kill each other. That the CIA East Coast and West Coast rap artists will be killing each other, people like P. Diddy and Tupac, and they haven't found any of the killers. Over 30 years now. You know, so they're forming a lynch mob targeting immigrants. So it's a good thing that social media and posting all this online, so they're not going to escape too long. I'm also an immigrant activist, and I criticize their Me Too. Should be working for the Me Too. You know, because their Me Too, I told them the NYPD stripped me naked and kicked my mother out of her home. And I said that sexual abuse, and I told them Arugana was helping me to call people, so they took Arugana. And the Me Too lawyer, Gloria, told me she can't help me because she needs the NYPD to arrest R. Kelly and Weinstein, and she helps me to sue the NYPD. They'll drop the R. Kelly case. So I said, you know, that's bribery. Why should you cover up the NYPD sexually harassing me because you're trying to get them to arrest R. Kelly? You know, so I recorded her, and since then they've been punching me, sending people to beat me up, trying to take the tape from me. Because I have evidence that could get R. Kelly free. Because it's a due process violation. The government can't collude and use bribery. Okay, so they said they lynch witnesses, you know, so they're declaring war on people of color, and they need to stop it. America is only 300 million, the world is 9 billion people. So please, you can't lynch the whole world. The whole world's not Black America, and if the whole world start retaliating, it may be Third World War. So stop the lynch war mob. Your white supremacists and your Me Too, and your prosecutors, your Me Too's killing blacks. And you know, the prosecutor prosecute them, because when the world start retaliating, you may not survive. I'm not a terrorist, but I'm just telling you, the whole world's not Black America. Black America is like 10 million people. The whole world's 9 billion people. So when you're Me Too, this will be the end of you people. You kill Henry Ghana, got away with it. If you're going to be killing foreigners, you can also get targeted. So watch your back. I'm not inciting terror, but stop your Me Too from harassing me. If you work for the FBI, don't arrest me. You're doing a fuck you sign, you're going to be arrested. They set me on fire on the train also. They set me on fire. I don't know if you work for the FBI or not, but America Star said, please cancel that World Cup. They're killing blacks, and this Trump said 2 days ago that we always prioritize Americans like him over these illegal aliens. So, and that's not right. They're calling people illegal aliens if they're not Americans. Nobody's an alien. God made the earth for everybody. And this Trump also duped me. I used to go to his hotel 2011. He stole money. I won money. They didn't give it to me. Trump's casino, Atlantic City. And I've been trying to arrest him. He became president after that. And Ghana was trying to help me to catch him. They took Ghana dead. So this Trump is a dupe. And, you know, this was inciting the immigration. He should be FBI. You know, and they said they killed witnesses. So you're going to be arrested, Madam FBI. I have you on video. And all your FBI heard they're rogues, and the world will deal with them as war criminals. You low-life bunch. So they try to set me on fire on the train. Please, America is not safe. Cancel that World Cup in 2026, and nobody would help you. You can discriminate as a foreigner. My mother, when they killed her, I was just like, she had a face of terror in the hospital. They jacked her up, locked her in the psych ward. They drive you mad and lock you up in the psych ward. This is how they killed my mother. And Ghana also, they jacked him up, said he was crazy. These people are not crazy. My mother wasn't crazy, Ghana wasn't crazy. This is how they killed I love this Black Americans. So, Madam FBI, the world is watching you. Smile again for the camera. You're going to be gotten. Okay? Your low life. I know this is how you kill these Black Americans. Okay? So they're harassing me. She came on the train and they're harassing me, surrounding me. So they use their women to you know, to arrest a black. They said they're going to lock me up and inject me with their psychiatric medication like ketamine, and which causes heart attack. So I believe this is the job she's doing. Okay, so please donate to my cash app NYC. I need to go to court. I need to sue the FBI, and everybody's scared. But please remember, you can Google search my name. So don't back down to terrorists. They don't have the right to be a terrorist. You may go for the Me Too, but let your leader know, Madam Oren.
Snow White.
She's going to go to jail.
What? I'm Snow White.
Okay?
Everyone is
So you can arrest me 24/7. You're just coward.
Snow White right now.
Fight me in court.
It's all right.
Okay? Fight me in court to Me Too. You arrested R. Kelly. And I said, I need them to also arrest the NYPD that's stripping naked. And you, Gloria, already said you can't go against the NYPD because you need them to be arresting blacks.
No.
And if you tell their secret, they won't arrest the blacks anymore. Okay? So they're engaging in gaslighting. So the Black Lives Matter, Immigrant Lives Matter. Okay. So please, and the MTA Inspector General, you are supposed to investigate the corruption in the MTA. You are the state or police assigned. I contacted you, you ignore me online. Okay, so you're all in cahoots, you're all colluding, and you all be charged with attempted murder. You're all accessories to attempted murder. Okay? So this is how they kill all these black Americans. They get them angry. There was a black male. His name is Trayvon Martin. He went to buy candy and he was going back home, and this white Spanish guy, what's his name again, was menacing him, and the black guy got angry and punched the Spanish guy, and the Spanish guy shot him. Okay. So this is a moving train. I have nowhere to escape. And it's just accosting me. There's no safe place for me to escape. I don't have a weapon on or anything. You know. So this is what is happening. So please report this country, this low-life riffraff, racial terrorists, war criminals. God damn you! You're all going to be arrested, okay? Stop menacing the black lives and stop menacing the world. You low-life riffraff, haters of the world. So please donate to my cash app NYC. They said they can lock up the mental ward and kill you. They said they're going to give all my property to my mother's daughters. They also joined in killing my mother. They were the ones that asked the hospital to lock her up in the mental ward. My mother was living with them after the police took her home, and she said they were poisoning her. Huh? Oh, they closed the elevator. They closed the elevator also. You know. So, and the number 5 train is not supposed to stop here. It's supposed to stop at Flatbush. So the regulatory train, I've been having a headache. They didn't let me sleep all night. They tried to set me on fire on the train. So MTA, Inspector General, there is a racial gang into robbing people for money. And they said they're going to kill me. And my mother's daughters, who's part of the narcotic gang also, that joined in and killing my mother, they say it's going to hurt my property. I was like, absolutely not. So in case I die, I'm killed, no family member. You see, number 5 is not supposed to stop there. So in case I die, I'm killed, no family member or friends should inherit anything from my state or administer my state. Only civil activists like me that haven't denied it up in the past should administer my state and get justice for me and my late mother, and donate the rest to those services, people like me and those being deported by Trump Tripartite for assistance. And also, nobody should make a movie about me. In case I die, I'm killed. I'm very guarded about my image. And any movie that should be made about me, I should be alive and authorized and take part in the movie and direct it and market it. If not, if I die, nobody should make a movie about me. I'm very guarded about my image. Even the U.S. immigration, when they arrested me, when my mother brought me with a green card, they said they said they were going to deport me. And I said, I'm afraid to go back to Nigeria because my father was abusing me in Nigeria. And they asked me, did I tell anybody? Do you have any witnesses? And my father was abusing me. I told them, I said, no. They were like, why not? I said, because I'm introverted. I don't really talk to family and friends about my personal life. I just talk about general stuff. I said, unless I'm under duress, that's when I talk about my personal life like this. So it's in my immigration file. My immigration file number is 779546228. the July 2000 interview I did with the immigration at the airport. So that will confirm my mother's daughters don't know really, and I don't mean to have a personal life with them, and my mother told me to stay away from them, even the one in Nigeria called Funke. And she has 2 years, Bologna and Flora. She said they're moving with the killer gang here in America, and the one in Nigeria is moving with the killer gang. And I didn't really take my mother serious. Even though I know those doors are dangerous, but I never expected them to be able to kill her, and they kill her immediately. Locked her up in the psych ward, poisoned her food here in America. And I've been trying to get justice for my mother 10 years now. Nobody would help me. The prosecutors wouldn't help me, nobody would help me. So it's not safe to host the World Cup here. In my opinion, they've stolen my green card. They had someone slapped me in 2019. And the police joined in, so I was trying to hold the fight. As I was begging for money, it was a white male like from Turkey. At that time I used to beg for money in front of Eric Adams' office. It was the borough president, and it would chase me away from something I don't want to do. And when I tried to use the bathroom across the street, in the train station across the street, the police would kick me out of the bathroom. So I was like, please stop bothering me. I'm in Nigeria. I say in Ohio, they allowed the Nigerians to become mayor. I say in Iowa, they're allowing undocumented immigrants to have driver's license. So I used to go in front of Eric Adams' office and say this. And also the police arrested me in Brooklyn soon after that. Locked me up in the cycle, stole my green card, stole all the money I saved up. I was trying to buy a house, and then Eric Adams went and posted about it. And it was like, go back to Ohio, go back to Iowa. Say New York is for us, we that have been here for generations. Say you newcomers, say you outsiders, go back to where you came from. And he went to Ashanti's office around January 2020 to go and talk about it, like my mother's birthday. And a British newspaper picked up that speech and interviewed them. And they were like, Eric Adam, your speech sounds genocidal. You're saying, you don't want outsiders. You only want people like you in New York City that have been here for generations with your families. And he said, no, these outsiders come here and they don't want to break bread. So his speech was directed at them to also, share their wealth with the locals. And soon after that, they lock up the bathrooms in the train station. And I'm from Nigeria. I've been homeless for 16 years. In 2020, they lock up all the bathrooms, and I couldn't find a bathroom. So I was begging people if they can let me come to their house. And 2 hours later, a guy told me I could come to his house. I have diarrhea issues. They were trying to disgrace me. And the guy said I should come to his house in the Bronx to use the bathroom. And I followed him to his house in the Bronx. And when we got there, he said he wants to get married right away. I was like, no. I said, I'm not looking to get married. And he was raping me, held me hostage for 7 days. I had to call the police. And he told me if I called the police on him, he said he's connected to the police. And this Eric Adams also connected to the police. He was used to be in prison for prostituting women and beating them up. 12 years old, and he came out of the prison, Eric Adams, to become police officer and become mayor. And so this guy that took me home to the Bronx was raping me. So I called the police, and the police kicked me out. They didn't arrest him. Even though there was a court order, there was an order there from the governor Cuomo that says, if anybody stayed anywhere, they shouldn't kick them out because there was COVID and there was a shelter in place that they should allow you to continue to stay where you stay. And the police kicked me out. They didn't arrest the guy either. Didn't even tell him to allow me to stay there and not rape me anymore. They told me, you're coming out. And they threw me out on the street. And all my luggages I had with me has been stolen. The important luggages I had, when they locked up in the psych ward, I was taking, I recorded a lot of important evidences against the doctors for lying on me, the name of the doctors and stuff, and all this evidence has been stolen and stuff. And then they wanted me to apply for Medicare when they locked up in the psych ward. After this, Eric Adam him and the staff used to bother me in downtown Brooklyn, where it was the borough president. His office was there. And then and when they locked me up in the psych ward in 2019, around that time, NY Psychiatric Hospital, they asked me to sign for Medicaid. I said, no, I'm not signing for no insurance to pay your bill. And this Eric Adam, I think 2 years ago, he said his administration is paying all the hospital bill for anybody that holds hospital bill. So whether you want it paid or not. So that means, he helped the hospital he rewarded the hospital for misdiagnosing me as crazy. And they said, so they misdiagnosed me now with all kinds of craziness, so they could easily punch me, beat me up, and shoot me dead, and claim, I was attacking people on the train, and the person overpowered me and shoot me. So they always have people to taunt me, and they say when the white people start taunting like that, they may have a weapon. So even black Americans also, so they say it's so easy to kill somebody that's diagnosed as crazy and get away with it. There was a guy called John Danili.
He was on the train telling people he's hungry, he needs food, and the white guy snuck behind him and choking them. And people were telling the white guy to stop choking this guy because for 5 minutes he was still choking him, and the guy was already not breathing, it was on the floor, and the white guy kept choking him. And they took the case to court, and they said even the black jury ruled in favor of the white guy, that the white guy did the right thing, killed a black homeless person. So because of that court matter, a lot of them, knowing that this Eric Adam had got me misdiagnosed as crazy, they said even Michael Jackson's father said that. So when they start calling a black person crazy, they may want to kill that black person. Say Michael Jackson's father said that. In 2019 or 2009, when the news came out that his son was dead, that Michael Jackson's father was talking on WBLS radio 107.5. I was on the Sunday morning. I was saying he knew they were going to kill his son one day because when they were calling his son Wacko Jack, they said Wacko means crazy. He said that's not the name you call anybody that in America that is black. He said, when you're calling a black man crazy, he said, it's very easy to kill that black person. And he said when he told him his son was using a prescription drug wrongfully called Propofol, he said he knew it was a setup. Like why would a doctor be prescribing a Propofol to Michael Jackson? That drug is supposed to be used for surgery in a hospital setting because it causes heart attack. So he said he suspected that people wanted to buy his son Beatles catalog, which was worth like $1 billion, and the son didn't want to sell it. And so because of that, so people were engaging in a smear campaign to force him to sell the Beatles catalog. They didn't want a black person to have that catalog. And that's why they felt if they killed him, his family would sell the catalog. I don't know what Michael Jackson started saying. My mother used to say that also, when they start calling a black person crazy, it's easy to kill a person. So they misdiagnosed me as crazy, and I've been exposed to this Eric Adam. They said they want to arrest him, and they said the Turkish government is bribing him. I contacted the EOC part of the investigation, and they don't respond back to me. Now, former President Biden had him arrested, but Trump removed the federal charges. So he needs Eric Adam for immigration enforcement. And the federal prosecutor said, why would you need someone arrested for crime to be an immigration officer? Why can't you find any other American? So I believe this Trump knows I have evidence against him. This Trump, they duped me in his hotel. I called the police to chase me in 2011. And a senator from Arizona, Mark Kelly, said they have evidence that Trump did that to a lot of people. And then they declared bankruptcy and make unjust profit. And they want to investigate Trump this year. So this Eric Adam is close to the street. As a matter of fact, this Eric Adam threatened. So this year he staged a fight with a white woman in the airport, and the white woman was saying, Eric Adam punched me. He was telling Eric Adam to punch her, and he told her, don't let my Brooklyn side come out. And see, they brought a white woman to trouble on the train. Early this morning, a black American guy was saying, I'll punch your eye out, you faggot. Get up. I was sleeping on the train and smash this in pieces. So they turn the black Americans and they're white to attack them. Say, it's so easy to kill a black person, especially if the person has a medical diagnosis, like a false diagnosis of craziness, so they can just get you angry and kill you. And sometimes they plant other people to be hiding, waiting for a fight to start, and they can then say, I'm beating up a white woman, and they will choke me dead. So they told me they're going to go lie in court, that I was a member of a cult, and I told them to go and adopt babies so I'm going to help my money. So then it's not just one of them, it's usually multiple of them. So they were waiting for me to start a fight with that white woman, and they all dropped me and choked me dead. So this Eric Adam it's been threatening that he's going to eliminate outsiders. In 2020, he said that in his Al Sharpton's office, and there's been a black American guy telling me they're going to be killing Africans and taking our money. So I think he's getting assistance from a white group like Me Too. So, it's not safe for the World Cup here. So you Africans and people, soccer players, please be aware that black American gangs threatened me to my face. And that woman is not alone. I believe some people came in with her. And they were waiting for a fight to start so they can overpower me, so I'm beating a white woman. So please, my life is not safe. And the Nigerian government also, I heard, they are just interested in getting money, and they welcome the killing of a Nigerian so that they can ask the US government to also send money back home and claim I have family in Nigeria. They say Nigeria is growing broke because of the corruption. Nigerian money is losing value and it's causing crisis. because people are broke, they're hungry. So I've been reaching out to the Nigerian government, they don't help me either. And they may be sponsoring some of these black Americans and these whites to kill me, and then they can then blame it on the US government that the immigration problem I had when my mother brought me here turned me crazy and I'm fighting everybody on the street. And and this Trump will get a chance to eliminate me because I'm a witness to him duping people in 2011 in this hotel called Trump Casino. So this is a RICO, racketeering and corrupt organization, whereby this time involves international criminal syndicate. They said the Nigerian government is also into kidnapping people. They said Nigerian Nnamdi Kanu, he was a British Nigerian, and they said he always criticized the Nigerian government. I said the Nigerian government sent a woman to lure him into romance, and the woman injected him with a drug in London and put him in a plane and drove him to Nigeria. And he's now, in prison in Nigeria. So, and since I've been criticizing this Nigerian government, as a Nigerian I used to talk to online, his name is Yemi Asalo. But when I told him I had a deportation order, he said he doesn't want to talk to me anymore. All of a sudden, like last year, I started seeing him on the train touching me. I'm like, who gave you my location? How do you know it's me? And so I believe and he wouldn't say anything because they know I'm under federal surveillance, and so I believe that they told us, I'll be so excited to see him because he told me his own father was worth over $100 million. So when I was having an immigration case in 2003, I was ordered deported. I used to talk to him online, and I told him I've been ordered deported, and that's when he told me he doesn't want to talk to me anymore. That he's not really into Nigerians. He likes Black Americans and British and Canadians. And when I finally got my green card in 2008, then he reached out to me that he wants to be friends again online. He found out because I put it online. I wrote a letter to the New York newspaper that I just got my green card, but my passport is still with immigration. So New York Daily News published my story. So I guess that's when he found out. As he soon got telling me that his own father, that's worth like $100 million, is dead and he wants to be friends with me now. That he's feeling lonely, but I never really trusted him. And all of a sudden, in 2024, I was sleeping on the out train and he came and touched me, him and a Spanish woman. I'm like, what is he doing with a Spanish woman? Isn't he gay? He told me he's gay, So I guess, there's been Black American gangs and other gangs telling me they're going to kill me and take my sperm and create a baby. So I guess that if they kill me and give my sperm to a Spanish woman, it will help deny me justice because the jury, some of them will be Spanish and they would like the idea, that a Spanish woman will inherit any of my states because I'm single or married. I don't have any child or kid. I've never had any child or kid. I've not been married. So they're trying to influence the jury, to kill me, So, that woman looked like she might be a recent migrant. And this Nigerian guy is worth like $100 million to his father. So I'm like, what is he doing with the Spanish woman? The way the Spanish woman was dressed. And he was touching me on the dress. Don't touch me. Get away from me. And him and the Spanish woman left on the out train, 53rd Street, Brooklyn. And I used to go on a Nigerian website called Narrowland. And there was a guy that used to post messages there. And his moniker, his screen is touch and follow. Touch and follow. And the other guy will be posting messages, and I didn't know, what that screen meant. Until I was sitting on the outside, and this Nigerian guy called so I started touching me. So this guy's supposed to be in Canada. I didn't know where I'm at, So I guess they didn't want to speak back to me. They didn't say what because they know I'm under their surveillance due to my immigration case with the player. So once they have their put on surveillance as an immigrant, they leave that surveillance off. So that's why, so the Nigerian government was trying to lure me, and they hope I will secretly follow him. And then it kept coming back. I was seeing him on the street, following, and he wouldn't say nothing to me. I normally go from on the street. So I guess they were hoping I would just start following him, and they can then kidnap me, inject me with the drug, and take me away and kill me, and give my sperm to a Spanish woman. And so this is an international trafficking ring, and they were hoping the Trump administration wouldn't mind, because they'd be so happy to get rid of me informally, as opposed to formally deport me, and where I can put in defenses in court that this Trump owes me money, he duped me in his hotel called Trump Casinos in 2011. In 2011, yeah, that was when he duped me, So please, I'm a Nigerian experiencing attempted rape, attempted kidnap because I want some money. Due to the immigration arresting me as a child, and the Nigerian government is also hiring kidnappers. And a white woman was trying to jump me on the train. So they've already arrested me, misdiagnosed me as crazy. And there's a black American called Jordan Neely. The white guy killed him on the train, said it was crazy. And the white guy got away with it. They said when they call a black person crazy in this country. So I'm a victim of international human trafficking. I was born a bad my girl. So this is my face. So please fight for me, world. I'm not looking for marriage. I'm not looking for surrogacy. In case I die, I'm killed. Civil activists like me, please go to court and fight for me. Provided you haven't denied me for the past, I solemnly swear on the United States federal laws and other relevant laws and U.S. Constitution that what I'm saying is true to the best of my knowledge and information and belief and what I remember, and I'm not looking for surrogacy. I'm not a member of any cult or gang. I'm not looking for any sexual relationship with anyone, and I'm not looking for any relationship with anyone. I'm not looking for friendship either. Just non-conditional charitable financial donation to my cash app and WhatsApp, or student loan to my cash app and WhatsApp, or to me in person. I do take cash in person. And if you don't have cash app, you can Google search my first and last name. It's on Cash App, also my first and last name. Send me a message on Instagram or Facebook. Tell me what to meet you and take cash. Or I will meet you in open spaces. I'm not coming to anybody's house. I don't want to get kidnapped. I'm sorry. I don't mean to sound rude or disrespectful. But please know I'm a victim of human trafficking. My mother's daughters killed my mother and they stole some of my immigration document. So that I don't even have any ID. I don't have any proof of my identity. Photo ID proof of my identity. So, and the police also arrested me and stole my green card also in 2019. So there are multiple, and they said inheritance scam is so rampant here in Brooklyn. So the black Americans, when one of them dies, the others, some of them are stealing the property of the other ones. Like if the deceased has a house, other criminals will go to the family and say the deceased had already given them the house before they died. Society, people are killing people here for money. And this I regard them and the Nigerian government. I believe this is what they're practicing because a poor immigrant like me, it's hard for me to get a lawyer. People don't even pay me no money. So you can see me talking on the train and people didn't even look at me. They say America is such a capitalist society and people are, they're so, I don't know how to say it, they're so self-absorbed. People mind their business. They don't really care. Even when I'm getting beat up, people will just run away from the train. As soon as the door opened, nobody would. There was a day they said a guy to slam me on the floor, was choking me, scattered my stuff. So there's a black American gang. This Al-Qaeda is using, and whoever can kill me first, they believe it to be a manifest. So they said inheritance scam is so rampant here in New York City. The blacks are killing each other and stealing each other's property. They said dead return hotel. So this Al-Qaeda has its own gang, the Nigerian government have their own gang, and there's so many of them, the Me Too, so whoever can kill me first. And I hope they're all co-conspirators. Under the law, if you all have the same goal, you may not necessarily be in bed with each other. You may have, but the aim from the Me Too to this Al-Qaeda and his gang is to kill me and then cause a legal confusion. And they said the jury here, they don't really like Africans and they don't really like foreigners. So if the Americans claiming adopted their children secretly, they said the jury will believe it and will award my estate to the children. So that the gangs threaten that they're going to kill me and they're going to claim my adopted children from black Americans and other people. So I didn't adopt anybody's child, and people be calling me mommy. I beg for money on the street. Like, don't call me mommy. I don't want to be a mommy. I don't want to, I'm just me, Please leave me alone, So this is what is going on. And also, an African I used to talk to is homeless also. He said, as soon as I started talking to from Senegal, somebody came and stole his green card and passport. So after they stole my green card and all my IDs also. The police, So this African has connection with the police. He used to work for the police. He used to be a prisoner, prostituting women and beating up women with his gang and stealing their money. And he went to prison at 12 years old, this African. And he came out of prison, became a police officer. And then he became mayor. And now he's back to his gang. And some days ago, I saw his picture on Instagram, and he was in Rikers Island giving people Popeye chicken, And people used to make racial jokes about Nigeria that we are chickens because the Nigerian soccer team is called Super Eagles, so people call them Super Chickens. So I guess this Eric Adam has found out a lot of ways to insult me as a Nigerian, racial slurs and ethnic slurs. And also, I contacted when Trump said he wants the criminal charges against Eric Adam dropped because he needs him for immigration enforcement. And the federal prosecutors were like, Trump, it's not right for Trump to hire a criminal for immigration enforcement. He could hire other Americans for immigration enforcement. So the federal prosecutors wouldn't drop the case, and Trump removed them from office and they resigned, and Trump brought other prosecutors. So I wrote a letter to the federal judge that look, there's a conspiracy between Trump and Eric Adams. Both men have evidence against them that involved in crime, and the judge ignored me and told Eric Adams to come and testify under oath that there's no conspiracy between him and Trump. And then after Eric Adams came out of the office, the federal courts in Manhattan, the name of the judge is Dale Hall. Eric Adams then insulted me, says some of you Negroians, you want me gone, say, are you crazy? And you might have some white police women, have some women police officers behind him. So him and the Me Too are called conspiring because I have evidence against the Me Too lawyer, Gloria Allred, told me she's bribing the police to arrest R. Kelly, and I recorded that phone chat. And since the police have arrested me, have stolen my recorder, stolen all my evidence, but the FBI has me on surveillance, so they have the other tape. So there are gangs like the Me Too gang, the Nigerian government, and Black American gangs also who are trying to kill me and hope, they can also steal my money. So this is why I'm under attack 24/7. So please be on the watch out. If I'm arrested, put in a psych ward, or put in any prison, immigration, or whatever, please file abuse corpses to get me released. It's a money grab. I heard in Florida, a woman that was in coma, she was raped and she became pregnant. Her mother had to do a DNA test and found that the Black American male nurse was one raping her while he was supposed to be taking care of her. And they arrested him after that. So I don't really have my father is dead, my mother is, I don't have anybody to fight for me. So please, they're trying to arrest me and rape me and take my sperm. My mother said even when they would lock her up sometimes because she was homeless and she used to go to the hospital through the heart disease, and they would lock her up in the mental ward and say they'd be grabbing her vagina, grabbing her sexually. So they molest people. Even the Oklahoma Disability Law Center said they abuse people in Oklahoma that are mentally ill and lock up in psychiatric facilities. So they said they do it in New York City also. So that's why they want to lure me away to a psychiatric facility or to a prison where they can rape me and take my sperm and kill me. So it's a money grab and potentially worth a lot of money because the immigration arrested me wrongfully when I was a child. My mother brought me here, and I'm trying to sue immigration, and there's a gender law extended, and the immigration were mainly arresting males, African males. They weren't really arresting the women, So I could still sue the immigration under the gender motivated discrimination law that was extended for 12 more months or something like that. There was a new law called Gender Motivated Violence Act, So I believe, so they're quickly trying to kill me, but it's an opportunity to sue the U.S. immigration under such a domestic law. Because when the immigration, there's an order that if a green card order brings a child here, they're not supposed to arrest the child, but they arrested me because I was a male. I'm not a woman. I wear a mask to cover my face because I don't have a place to shave my hair. So I believe this is why they want to kill me. The city council extended the law, and I've been reaching out to the city council to protect me. They're not protecting me. So that law is the one motivating them. But the city is the money grab, because the time I was arrested was 25 years ago. So the statute of limitations has gone by. But under the local law, Gender Motivated Violence Act, they can now sue the U.S. immigration because it allows people that are victims of gender discrimination. Because my mother brought me here and they didn't arrest my mother, only me they arrest. And if two people are involved in doing wrong, why arrest me as a male child and not arrest my mother who brought me here? So this is why they want to kill me, and this Eric Adams and the Black American gangs, they're sponsoring attacks against me. And even to provoke me, Eric Adams went to the Rikers Island, because if they arrest you on the street for fighting, they either put you in Rikers Island prison, and stuff. And they also set me up last year, said I stole a phone, and the police took me to prison and said I have to appear in court and destroy my cards I had then. So I couldn't make it to court because I didn't have the cards. I couldn't afford to buy a new car. So I missed the call deadline. So there may be there's most likely an arrest warrant for me, or they need to start a fight with me. So the police to call to check, you know. So at this I went to Rikers Island prison. I was giving them chicken. So I guess it's bribing them and sending this gang to lock me up in Rikers Island prison, so that I can be beaten there and killed. So there are black Americans jumping Africans, and the whites are joining in. A white woman almost picked me up on the train. So please donate to my Cash App. There's a black American mob and white mob attacking Africans. I almost got mobbed on the train. So if you're watching worldwide, please donate to my Cash App. I'm also gay. I was born a boy. I'm now a girl. I'm also worth money because the immigration arrested me wrongfully as a child, and I'm trying to sue the immigration, and they just passed a law that could help the law. So people are telling me they're going to kill me and take my sperm and claim I impregnated women, even though I'm gay. So they're trying to lock me up in prison or in a mental home and take my sperm and give it to women to have children. I said, dead person no tell. So I'm getting jumped. A white woman who almost tear me to pieces on the train. So please, Americans, turn to something else. White Americans, black Americans are jumping as a Nigerian. Please donate to my Cash App, NYC Homeless. You can watch the video of her attacking me. And a black American also tried to jump me. Sometimes they try to burn me alive on the train, because I'm worth a lot of money, and the law was extended called the Gender Motivated Violence Act. My mother brought me as a child from Nigeria. She had a green card, but the immigration arrested me as a boy, but didn't arrest my mother. You know, and in under the law, when two people commit a crime, they're supposed to arrest them both. But because my mother was a woman, the immigration doesn't really arrest women. They arrest them as a boy. So the new law, this happened 25 years ago. The time has gone by. But New York City, brought extension of time. So I have like 12 more months to file the lawsuit. So people say they want to kill me and go file the lawsuit on my behalf. And so they're trying to kidnap me and rape me, take my sperm and give it to women to have children to inherit my estate. A white woman almost tear me to pieces. So they said they're going to lock me up in a mental ward and rape me. A woman in Florida, she was in coma and they locked her up in the nursing home, and she became pregnant. And the mother was like, how is this possible? My daughter has been in coma for 30 years. So apparently the male nurse was raping her, and that's how she became pregnant. They did a DNA test, and they found out the child belongs to the male nurse. So they can lock you up in a mental home, they can rape you. So please, I'm being targeted for money. So please go to my Cash App. I'm a Nigerian. My mother's been killed. A black American helping me also, Eric Garner, has been killed. I've been trying to sue the immigration for 25 years, and it's been such a hard process for me because I really don't understand the law properly. And this Eric Adams said was going to be helping me. No, the immigration has put on surveillance, and they said they were please go and kill him. And he couldn't get justice either. They didn't let me testify, did the case behind my back. And also the NYPD took my home on Staten Island 10 years ago. These were moments. I used to stay in the basement. As soon as I came out of immigration prison, I was staying with my mother on Staten Island, and we moved to a basement apartment, and the police came and kicked us out, saying, no, they don't allow people in basement to live in basement apartment. And, I was suing them that they didn't take us to court, they just kicked us out on the street. And Eric Garner was helping me, and they killed them. So even another black American I was helping, his name is Michael, he told me he can't help me anymore, that the police were targeting him for helping me. But I had this sworn statement, and I gave it to the court. And then Eric Garner says going to help us kill Eric Garner now. So please, they're killing people for money in America. Please donate to my Cash App, NYC Homeless. I'm a gay. I was born a boy, I'm now a girl. And nobody, I don't have any friend. For 30 years, I just walk up by myself. So please, if you can donate money to me so I can hide in a hotel room. As an immigrant, you're the only best bet to hide in a hotel room. So I won't even come outside, just be ordering Uber Eats and stuff. It's so dangerous. It's that crazy. A white woman tried to tear me into pieces on the train. She was taking my picture. I said, can you please stop taking my picture? I don't know who you are. And she was very rude. She was pointing her finger at me. She was doing the fuck you sign, and she was following me. Earlier this morning, a black American guy also was smashing things on the floor. So I'll punch your eye out, you faggot. I was sleeping. He said, wake up, faggot. I'll punch your eyeball out. And he was smashing everything on the floor. So they surround me, told me they send gang members to kill me first and steal my sperm and impregnate women with my sperm and produce children. So this is what is going on. They're gang banging on foreigner lives. So please donate to my Cash App, NYC Homeless. If you don't have Cash App, Google search my first and last name and send me a message on Facebook, on Instagram. Tell me where to meet you and give me cash.